We begin this morning with a Fox News alert. Right now, a manhunt underway for the assassin who shot and killed conservative political icon Charlie Kirk.
We're not counting gang violence.
Great. World co-founder of Turning Point USA was struck by a single bullet roughly 20 minutes after taking the stage for his American comeback tour.
People around the world are mourning the loss of one of the driving forces behind the modern conservative movement. Many praising him for creating Turning Point and the impact it has had on the American political landscape.
When did you form Turning Point?
In June of 2012.
And why did you call it Turning Point?
You know, at the time, I felt as if we were kind of in a generational turning point. I said, hey, I think we could do a better job of reaching young people.
Yeah.
And now we contrast what we've been able to do, largely thanks to the movement that President Donald Trump has built. We've kind of been riding that energy and that momentum with where the Democrats are now currently. I mean, the tables have completely flipped over the last decade. And it goes to show that this patriotic revival is being led by the youngest Americans. That should give everyone a lot of hope.
Yo, it's your boy, Young OG Basil, back with another one. Here with this Charlie Kirk shooting. Since this has happened, there have been threats at HBCUs, and it's been a lockdown on about 6 to 7 different campuses. Also, just before I put this out, they have caught the shooter. Now, I want to know, do you think this was free will, or do you think this was conspiracy? It's a lot going on here. This is your boy, like I say, Young OG Basil. This is the Melting Pot. Like, share, subscribe. Stick with us. Let's build a community. Here we go. Check this out.
On alert and on pause, at least 6 historically black colleges have halted activities after receiving potential threats against their campuses. The lockdown measures come in the wake of yesterday's shooting of Charlie Kirk, though officials have not linked any of those threats to that shooting. Our Alex Brochet joins us now with more. So what are we learning about the threats and the lockdowns and where it's taking place, Alex?
Yeah, Kira. So we're tracking now at least 7 of these HBCUs that have been under lockdown in the past 24 hours following that assassination of Charlie Kirk. That includes Alabama State, Hampton, Virginia State, Southern, Bethune-Cookman, Clark Atlanta, and also Spelman there in Atlanta. Now, some of these universities have already begun the process of lifting these lockdowns or shelter in places. Others have, like Southern, have actually extended those through the weekend. They've canceled classes through the weekend, which at this moment, that is the longest extension of this lockdown. But I can tell you that the FBI has released a statement. I don't know if we have a full screen of it, but it does say that the FBI takes these threats very seriously because it puts innocent people at risk. While we have no information to indicate a credible threat, we will continue to work with our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners to gather, share, and act upon threat information as it comes to our attention. But I can tell you that we've been in touch with a number of students, including some on the campus of Hampton. Our team has, and you know, as you might imagine, Akira, I mean, this is really shaking a lot of these young students up. There's fear of uncertainty and also possible violence as this is yet another instance of their campuses being threatened.
Hey, what do you think they make you do to get into this trap, man? You know? You don't?
Sun goes down. Send them to a good school. Have a low crime neighborhood. Not to have my kid be taught the lesbian, gay, transgender garbage in their school. While also not having them have to hear the Muslim call to prayer 5 times a day.
How many nigga towns did y'all sack in your fight for dignity and defeat?
Oh, my fair share, Black Major. Cause when niggas are scared, that's when white folks are safe.
You gonna talk that hateful nigga talk. You can ride up top with OB.
No. You done got me talking politics.
My goodness. So let me see if I can follow this train of logic, okay? We have a racist white guy, right, who spends a good chunk of his life talking about black crime. That's what's going on, black crime in Chicago. This racist white man then proceeds to go to a predominantly white state, Utah. He then, upon being in the white state, Utah, goes to a predominantly white college, Utah College. Now, his last words was talking about gang violence. On to blaming black people, they are targeting HBCUs. I kid you not, I can't make this up, bro. They actually had to shut down HBCUs due to domestic terroristic threats. That's correct. They're threatening HBCUs, black kids on college campuses. Think about this, right? These aren't the gang members. These are black kids trying to better themselves. These are black kids lifting themselves up by the bootstraps. These are black kids getting an
While also not having them have to hear the Muslim call to prayer 5 times a day. That's important. We want the American way of life, which is, by the way, Christendom. Christians, our sacrifice, our toil, our vision, the outgrowth of the scriptures gave us Western civilization. And this is where I think is a great rallying cry. Doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, doesn't matter if you're Asian, doesn't matter if you're black or white. Everybody, if you are Christian and Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, these two threats are combining forces to come after us. And it's time that the church stands and rises up against it.
Okay, what do you think?
Like I said, the shooter has been caught. The shooter has been caught. Here's his picture. I'm gonna do another blog. Stay with me. This is the Melton Park Podcast. Got much more information on the HBCUs. More information on who he is, name, whereabouts, what was his motive. We're gonna dig deep. We really gonna dig deep. Pause. This is your boy, Young OG Basil, and this is the Melton Park Podcast. Alright, share, like, subscribe. Let's go. Let's build a community.